Ladies and gentlemen, as RWO race continues up next, our first ladies division matchup with the rather controversial Virginia Austen, accompanied by Ballarat Jack Jones, set to lock it up against Zoey Stark.
The following ladies match is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Coming down the aisle along with Ballarat Jack Jones from Adelaide, Australia, here's Vivacious. Virginia, Austen.
This piece of filth and her so-called man. I ain't said much about their situation, but it pisses me off every time I think about Jessica Goldman getting thrown under the bus by Ballarat Rat here. Poor kid had herself a whole nervous breakdown and had to be looked after for a minute. Now she's out, and nobody knows where. She's not answering the phone, and we've looked anywhere she might be, including her actual home in South Carolina, and there's no sign of the girl.
I've personally tried to call her a dozen times. It goes straight to voicemail. The popular theory is that maybe the sectarians got her, but I don't think that's true. She would have turned up by now. Nobody knows where she is. We're going to have to figure it out. Just one more reason for the disdain and scorn being poured upon both Ballarat Jack Jones and Virginia Austen.
Her opponent from Las Vegas, Nevada, Zoey Stark.
Zoey Stark, a fairly recent arrival to the ranks of RWO Ladies Division, seen most often with Shayna Baszler in tag team competition, but this evening going it alone against Virginia Austen, and it's sort of a mismatch as far as I'm concerned, Myron. It's not a mismatch. Zoey Stark is one skilled lady wrestler. She's got it going on. And if anyone can compete against Virginia Austen, it's Zoey Stark. Trust me, it's going to be just fine. Well, Zoey Stark, often seen with Shayna Baszler, going it alone this evening against vivacious Virginia Austen as referee Tom Kanamura sounds the bell. Here it goes. Zoey Stark charges right into Virginia Austen. And she's going to exploit the mistake right there. Stepping on the hair of Zoey Stark. Talk about cruelty. Virginia Austen perfectly complimenting her new tag team partner Grace Fenwick in the UK ladies. Both very sadistic, both with very mean streaks. Here's a pin from Zoey Stark, one. After a nice rebound off the ropes, Zoey Stark catches a jawbreaker. Virginia Austen takes her down to the canvas with a helicopter spin. Now it's just about a slap to the head, too. A Mark Harmon special, straight out of NCIS. And now a gouge of the face to Zoey Stark, Virginia Austen. As I say, both sadistic and a little bit vindictive. She's definitely feeling sour after the UK ladies lost to the Texan Ladies Association on Snarl the other night. Whoa! Hard kick to the midsection, and now grounding the boot into the face. The throat of Zoey Stark. Virginia Austen with a hard kick to the back of Zoey Stark. Oh, here we go. She is definitely an unpopular lady at the present time. Zoey Stark counters out of the corner, misses with the running kick. Virginia Austen takes her down with another helicopter spin as Ballarat Jack Jones looks on. I hope he is happy with himself. You can see it in the signs in the stands from the fans. They are definitely hating on Ballarat Jack Jones and Virginia Austen. In the meanwhile, Jessica Goldman missing in action after being released from a mental hospital. I'm sure that the controversy still to continue. Virginia Austen a facebuster to Zoey Stark. Virginia makes her way to the top turnbuckle, elbow drop across the back of Zoey Stark. And she is trash talking Zoey Stark. She is definitely a mean one. Going back to her days with the Bell Council. Zoey Stark battling back here, a couple of rights, and off the ropes, a beautiful crossbody with a pin and a hook of the leg. Whoa, no, not even close. Virginia Austen powering out quite easily. Zoey Stark into an abdominal stretch on Virginia Austen. Austen counters with a hip toss. Follows up with a stomp and a kick. Zoey Stark, center ring, having her face gouged by Virginia Austen. A hard shot to the back, a whip to the ropes, a collision with no result, a missing kick from Zoey Stark, a series of shots from Virginia Austen. Austen whips her to the far left corner. Oh, running splash to Zoey Stark. And Virginia Austen really starting to open up here on Zoey Stark. And she is in trouble. With this clutch, she's struggling to get out of the clutch submission here. And she succeeds in doing so finally. Both ladies back to a standing position as Virginia Austen is whipped to the ropes. Zoey Stark collides with her center ring. A clothesline takes Austen down. A second one takes her down a second time, and a heel kick from Zoey Stark. Zoey Stark, an absolutely no-nonsense lady wrestler, and she can beat the pants off you if she's got a mind to. There's a drop kick to the back of the head of Virginia Austen. She rolls to the outside, over the top rope. Beautiful crossbody. Zoey Stark turning it around here on the outside with the referee counting a moonsault on the outside to Virginia Austen. Virginia rounded up from behind. There's a German release suplex. Whoa! And she flew into her. She hit her back very hard. Oh, snap of the leg. And now Zoey Stark giving it back just as bad as she was getting it before. Snaps the leg not once but twice on Virginia Austen, the vivacious one. On the receiving end of the business, counters with a right, gets a hold of Zoey Stark and slams her head to the floor. Virginia catches a kick to the midsection. Zoey Stark drives her right into the barricade. Gathers her right back up again. And now going towards the ramp with the referee continuing to count. A stomp to the midsection from Zoey Stark, and she's got Virginia Austen right where she wants her. Standing moonsault on the outside. And we're going further and further up the ramp. And they are going to run out of time. Zoey Stark, however, not seeming to mind. Particularly enjoying herself, putting the hurting on Virginia Austen. A hard kick to the back of Virginia. Zoey Stark gathers her up again. Whoa, takes her down with a clothesline. Makes her way back to the ring, and just in time, she is running out of time here. The count at 19. Virginia Austen's not going to make it. That is it. Zoey Stark wins this one by countout.
At 5 minutes and 50 seconds, referee Tom Kanamura has counted out Virginia Austen. Your winner by countout, Zoey Stark.
All right, so maybe it wasn't the nicest strategy in the world, but Virginia Austen was starting to beat the pants off of Zoey Stark, so she figured she had to outsmart her outside the ring. That's all it looks to me too, Myron. Well, sir, Virginia Austen started to really lay into Zoey Stark, and at some point something had to give. And it was a battle outside the ring, and she stretched it out for as long as she could to get that count of 20 on Virginia Austen. Well, sir, a job well done. A win by any means necessary is a win nonetheless.
Oh man, I knew she was gonna do this.
Well, as we return quickly to ringside, Virginia Austen attacking Zoey Stark on her way out of the ring. Look at this, Zoey Stark coming up with a steel chair. Oh, wicked kick right to the face from Virginia Austen. Very displeased, feeling she's been cheated out of a possible win by Zoey Stark. Zoey Stark quickly counters, goes behind. There's an elbow from Virginia Austen, and she has absolutely snapped. As if things were not bad enough. Virginia Austen just running up a bigger bill. And now attacking Zoey Stark post-match in a match that she just lost fair and square by countout. A steamroller from Zoey Stark. Well now, This one's gotten out of hand. Virginia Austen with a snapmare to Zoey Stark. And right back to stepping on the hair again. Virginia Austen absolutely gone berserk. Ballarat Jack has beat it out of town. He just, steel chair across the head of Zoey Stark. No, I don't believe it. Somebody's got to stop her. Absolutely, someone's got to get in there. This is, Virginia Austen. This does not rate a count-out loss. Absolutely not. This was vicious. And she's not done. Virginia Austen back into the clutch again. I'm just stretching the hell out of Zoey Stark. Just for the
She's
fun
gonna
of it.
snap Stark's back.
Absolutely. She's got some. She is really laid into this hold and she's not letting it go. Finally she does. Zoey Stark on the ropes. Hard whip. Zoey Stark quickly putting on the brakes somehow, some way. A forearm drops her like a bad habit. Zoey Stark struggles up into the corner. Virginia Austen charges. There's another running splash. And Zoey Stark taking a post-match beating after defeating Virginia Austen by countout. A kick to the midsection from Austen. Oh no, here it is. The goodnight kiss. Oh my. Zoey Stark is out. And Virginia Austen, as I stated before, running up a bigger bill.
The fans hate her now.
And if she thinks the fans hate her now, well, just wait. It's going to get worse. Fans, we'll be right back with more RWO Rage in just a moment.